After spending the night anchored off Inhaca, we sail across the bay to Maputo for official check-in.
Approaching Maputo, and it's a lovely day, and quite excited to come and check Maputo again. I haven't been here for a few years. I love the city, it's a great place. Moya is doing what she always does when we come to somewhere new. She puts her nose in the book. Her nose is in the book. Skipper's on the helm, taking us into Maputo.
Yep.
Nearly right over some fishing lines. There's some fishing boats all over the place. And there's the city.
We met a local guy, Gonzalez, and he's taking us to the immigration office at the moment. We've anchored out there somewhere. So the immigration process wasn't as smooth as we'd hoped today.
There was a lot of talking. There was a lot of phoning, all in Portuguese. So I'm like, what? What did he say? What did she say? What did he say? What did she say? And then this one had to phone that boss, and then that one had to phone that boss, and then we had to wait for that boss to phone that boss back, and then that boss had to deliberate and consider and then phone her back, and we waited for like an hour and a half. The long and the short of it is this, very simply. I got information, I googled travel requirements to Mozambique, and the only thing that made sense to me that came up was a United States government, federal government website which stated the requirements for US citizens traveling to Mozambique. And it said very clearly, PCR test 72 days prior to departure.
72 hours.
Sorry, 72 hours prior to departure. So I thought, oh, that's cool. We'll get our PCR test done. We got it done on the 27th of September, and we sailed on the 28th of September, 24 hours later. Spent 2 days at sea. Their interpretation was that it's a negative PCR test 72 hours prior to arrival. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're at fault, but that was the key thing. Our PCR test had expired by a day. So then we got sent to another office, had to walk about another kilometer to another office, and he looked at our PCR results, and then he had to phone someone, he phoned him back, and then he had to phone someone, and then he's talking to our friend Gonzalez.
And it's all in Portuguese, so we don't really understand what's happening.
It's not in Portuguese, it's in Portuguese.
It's
Portuguese.
Sorry.
And so like a whole afternoon, and then eventually he said, no, we have to have COVID tests done here in Maputo.
Yeah.
We got up to leave, and then he said, hold on a minute. and then he phoned someone else, and
And
he
he
phoned
said,
someone else.
Sit down,
and relax.
Yeah, relax. It's going to be okay.
He phoned someone, and
Aish.
eventually he said, okay, they will accept those PCR tests. But a very frustrating day,
Yeah.
and it really comes down to the fact that their interpretation was that our PCR test had expired, and in terms of their law, they might be right.
I thought Mozambique was war.
Prawns were.
Prawns were sweet.
Well, it's been cold and we haven't had any prawns.
Yeah. So there's a strong southwesterly coming, or southerly. So we are just going around the corner to another anchorage, and hopefully that'll be okay. And we'll just wait out the storm, and then sail back over to Inhaca when it's a little bit lighter. The reason we're changing anchorage is where we were is very close in the shipping lane. Shipping lane? It's not right. Shipping vessels. Fishing vessels.
Close to the fishing vessel bar.
Yeah. I didn't feel very secure because there was a lot of fishing vessels that passed us quite close. So that's how close they get. Being there last night was actually quite scary. I knew it was going to be choppy, but this is some next level stuff. The wind is coming from there and the swell's coming from that direction, so it makes for some serious rocky roady conditions. Not very comfortable. We managed to get through last night. We didn't sleep much. We don't have an anchor alarm, but Robin has set his navionics and he's tracked our course through the night of how we're moving, and we're not dragging, which is great. The wind is forecast to pick up today, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Yeah, feeling a little seasick at anchor. I'm not even going anywhere. It's not fair. After being bumped around for some 36 hours in the Bay of Maputo, we're on our way to Inhaca, and at this speed we'll get there before breakfast. We got 20 knots of wind on the beam, and we're doing about 6.5, sometimes 8.
Getting a little bored with getting knocked around in dirty water in some bay.
Good morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
I thought we were on it.
No, it feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're heading off to the island.
Okay.
The closer we get to the island, the further away from the city, the cleaner the water gets.
Away from the rivers,
So have a look here, what's this guy doing here? It looks like he's changing course, but I'm not sure. They're doing something with their sails now.
Going 10 to port.
10 to port. Okay. These guys are quite close here.
Nothing out the back.
No.
They're waving.
Yeah, they're waving. Yeah, they're chill. We're dodging darter boys in the sea.
Darter boys, fishing lines, fishing nets, dhows,
Shallow patches.
shallow patches, Bashal Capitanas. It's hard work, the sailing.
Yeah, there's no sitting around relaxing here. Eh?
Yeah, I thought I was going to have my second cup of coffee, no chance. Yeah. Okay, so we're doing 6.5 knots. And there's Inhaca Island over there. We're heading to this waypoint here because the wind is forecasted to swing. And then that'll give us a better heading across to the island over there. But yeah, in 6.8 knots, 6-7 knots, going nicely.